Hey guys, Brian here with the Forest to Farm project. Today we're going to give you a time lapse of us putting in a Hugelkulture mound. We're cleaning up the debris along the fence, and then we're going to get started installing the mound. Traditionally, a Hugelkulture mound is tall and narrow. Ours is going to be short and wide because ours is going to be used for an actual hedge with 20 to 30 foot tall holly bushes. Prior to digging the hole for the mound, we wanted to clean up and level the area to give us a good starting point and to make it easier to work. Right now, Dad's digging a hole about 6 feet wide, the width of the skid steer bucket, and it's going to be about 1 foot to 1.5 feet deep. For our first layer, we're going to use large logs and tree trunks for the base. It's a great way to get rid of debris, and we have ample debris on the property right now. Not only does it help to build excellent soil, but these logs will absorb rainwater for dry times and hold it essentially like a sponge. As we start to finish the first layer, Dad puts dirt on top for the top coat on the first layer. And I continue to install more logs and tree trunks with the Mini X. These were mostly sweet gum and poplar. You could use pine, but it's going to decay quickly. I wouldn't suggest using black locust because it would take forever to decay. Dad's filling in the gaps around the logs with dirt so that you don't have a lot of voids. Over time, you can expect these mounds to settle as the material decays. Continuing to top coat the mound with new debris each year will help feed the plants as the worms and insects carry those nutrients into the soil. And we're putting in the last few logs, and this will finish off this layer after we cover it with dirt. Now we've started our second layer, which consists of smaller logs and branches, generally 2 to 4 inches in diameter. The reason you reduce the size of the debris as you get to the top is so that it will break down sooner closer to the plant. As the roots grow, time will have passed and the lower layers will have started to degrade and turn into food for the plants. The second layer and each consecutive layer after that is going to be narrower than the previous layer. That way you form a triangular shaped mound that is well balanced. Our mound ended up being a little over 6 feet wide. Again, it's this width because we want to have ample support for the holly bushes that will be here in the future. And now Dad's covering the second layer with a layer of dirt, and I'm filling in the voids. As these trees decay, they will provide ample nutrients for many years to come. Not to mention an excellent habitat for microorganisms and worms. Now I'm beginning the third layer, and this third layer consists of very small branches and twigs. We realized fairly quickly that this isn't the best method for this because it's very difficult to deal with all this small material with heavy machinery. And we were doing our best to utilize these machines as much as possible because we only had a few hours left on them. So we decided to start using wood chips on this layer since they are already somewhat broken down. And these wood chips are already infused with mycorrhizal fungi because they've been decomposing for a while. It would eventually get there, but to have it there now is a great jump start for the system. And now we're topping off these wood chips with the grasses from the area just to add a little bit more vegetation to it. And again, as with the other layers, filling in the gaps with the dirt just to make everything nice and even. As time goes on, we'll add in grasses, wood chips, possibly manure, and compost as well, just to help keep building the soil as the years go by, keeping those plants healthy and happy. Here are a few photos that we took of the second section of the mound. We didn't do any filming here, but we did take some photos for you guys. As you can see, we did logs for the base. And then here's another photo showing you the logs with the first layer of dirt going over top of them. Notice the gaps that are in between these logs. This is where we were raking around to try and fill all those gaps in with dirt. Basically, you play Tetris with the logs and try to get them to fit as tightly as possible. Here's another shot of the next layer up. Smaller logs, again, gaps that need to be filled with more twigs, wood chips, or more dirt. Now here's that same stack of smaller logs. And the one on the left is the small logs prior to the wood chips filling in the voids, and obviously the one on the right is the wood chips filling in the voids. We decided in this section of the mound to use a lot of wood chips to see if that makes a difference in how things grow. And again, this is the same section of mound with the wood chips filling in the voids and then the dirt coming over the top of it. You could use about any organic matter available, leaves or wood chips, compost, pine needles, whatever you have that will help fill the voids. And here's a shot of our third and final layer with wood chips and grasses from the area that will be top coated with dirt. Below we'll provide a link to a Hugelkulture mound system geared more towards vegetable gardening, a method we will be employing later on. For now, we really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check back often. Be sure to click the subscribe button below. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button if you want to get notifications when we post new videos. Give us that big thumbs up if you like what you see. Be sure to comment and share with your friends. Thanks for joining us.